It's showtime.
What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode, and today we're going to speak about technology addiction and how social media affects body image and what you can do to break free from this digital curse. So if that sounds good, let's go.
Listen to me very carefully.
Now, there is a massive problem in today's digital world, and it's mainly affecting young people. Depression is through the roof, anxiety is off the scale, and self-esteem is at an all-time low. A lot of this is stemming from social media apps, more specifically Instagram. Now, of course, there are other apps, including dating apps, but Instagram appears to be the main one. A lot of young folks in their 20s, 30s, and even 40s are suffering from what we call social comparison. They compare themselves to others online, and if they don't match up to some form of standard that the person online is presenting, they experience negative emotions such as anxiety, self-hate, and depression. They experience this because they believe the person online is somehow better than they are. They're living this perfect, magical life. Meanwhile, the person viewing this content is living an average or normal life. So why is this happening, and what do you need to be aware of to protect yourself from this new threat? Number one, and this is an uncomfortable truth, society in general conditions people to hate themselves in order for them to consume and purchase products continuously. That's why self-love and self-improvement is so important in the modern era. Number two, you need to understand that most of social media isn't real. And what I mean by that is you will only see ideal images of a person's life on social media. You know, good lifestyle, good positioning and angles of their body or their face, and the person is always going to appear happy. This doesn't mean they're always like that. Far from it. Most of these people online who have these perfect bodies and lives are really depressed and miserable most of the time. You just don't see it. And of course you're not going to see it, because no one, even you watching this, are going to post the bad days of your life online, or images where you look rough, like when you just get out of bed, or you're crying, you're angry, or something bad's going on in your life. You're never going to post that online. No matter who you are, you're only going to post ideal, good images of yourself online because you want social approval from a bunch of people online who don't even matter in the first place. Now, in terms of body image, most of you are comparing yourselves to fake images. In other words, edited pictures of influencers, celebrities, etc. Now, if you're a graphic designer or you know how to use Photoshop, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because you can literally take an average or below average image of someone and edit it in Photoshop to make it look like an idealistic model. Now, this is absolutely insane, because you're comparing yourself to someone who's had their image touched up in Photoshop and had other filters and enhancements applied to their images. And you know, the crazy thing is, the person who posted this image couldn't even live up to that edited photo themselves. So how are you going to do it? Now, as I say, if you work in graphic design, if you've done some modeling shoots, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? And it's really important everyone watching this understands this concept, because, as I say, you're comparing yourself to a fake image, basically. Okay? Or a very graphically enhanced digital image. The next thing you need to be aware of is social validation. Most of you crave social validation for your body images and your pictures through the use of likes, comments, and shares, etc. If you post a picture online and it doesn't get a certain number of likes or comments, you'll delete it and assume no one likes you. Now, here's a big, massive insider secret. Most of these big accounts are part of something called engagement groups. And these are groups that are set up by a bunch of influencers. And when one person posts an image on Instagram, the other people in that group will like and comment on it in order to artificially pump it in the algorithm. So if this person posted that image without the help of that engagement group, the post wouldn't get nearly as much attraction as it does when you use an engagement group. Okay, this is a way to hack the algorithm and make your posts go more viral. Now, if you're a big, massive influencer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. However, those who have never heard of this before, just understand that most of the images you are viewing online have been artificially pumped by these engagement groups, okay? So when you post an image and it doesn't get the traction of like another influencer, there's a reason behind that. It's these engagement groups, okay? Another thing you need to be aware of is that the heads and bosses of these social media companies do not allow any of their children on these social media platforms, as they know these apps have been carefully designed to addict you on a mass level. In fact, the technology behind social media is the exact same technology that companies use in gambling machines. Alright, so just be aware of that. And finally, you need to be aware that the purpose of keeping you on these platforms is to make you consume content. And the reason behind that is so that companies can advertise to you products and services to help you fix your quote-unquote issues that you don't really have in the first place. Now, all of this sounds morbid, but what can you actually do about it? Well, there's a number of things. Number one, you should revise all the points that I mentioned in this video. Knowing these secrets behind these platforms can be a massive help to your self-esteem and to your education about how these platforms actually operate. Number two, you can work on your self-esteem. If you feel insignificant when you compare yourself to others, be it body image, lifestyle, etc., chances are you have some form of self-esteem issue. Number three, turn off all notifications on your phone. Yep, I know I said it. You should not be getting any form of notifications from social media on your phone as you go throughout your day. Now, some of you will be amazed by that statement, but it's been designed that way to addict you. When you view a nice looking body from that notification, you'll start to compare yourself. You'll start to feel like garbage, and then that cycle continues. Again, those who are not affected by this social comparison to others on social media and the heads of these social media companies, they don't have notifications on their phone, and there's a reason for that. Next, only engage with social media at certain points throughout the day. I say do it 3 times a day, for example 12 PM, 4 PM and 9 PM, and this will slowly start to unwire that cycle that you're trapped in of comparing yourself to others. It will also unwire that technology addiction that you may have. Next, only compare yourself to you and no one else. This will take a while to get a hang of because you need to rewire your brain and develop new neural pathways for this belief. But if you continuously play this belief out to yourself on a daily basis, you'll get there eventually. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, and as long as you're improving and leveling up, you're all good. Now look, it's fine to compare yourself to others from an inspirational perspective, but if you're doing it in a negative way, which is causing you to feel emotional distress, then stop. And finally, rewire your brain from instant gratification. We live in a world today where we expect to receive things instantly, okay? Everyone wants to get a quick, cheap dopamine hit as quickly as possible. And this is actually a curse in disguise. It might feel good in the moment, but you're actually damaging the reward center of your brain. Practice delaying this gratification with measures such as meditation and even a digital detox once in a while, and you should be good. Hopefully this video has helped you guys out. Replay it a few times, watch it again. But yeah, social media is a beast, and if you're not aware of how it operates, it can really affect you mentally and emotionally. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and stay tuned because we got some awesome videos coming out in the next week. As always, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you in the next one. Peace.